I just finished playing the legend. I just finished playing the incredible Final Fantasy VII Remake demo. I have gone into this game with the highest possible expectations that I have ever put on a game, ever. Of course, my excitement is there, but there's a bit of worry. There was a bit of worry, at least. Where I was like, man, I know people who have played it said it's great. I know that I've seen these trailers and it looks phenomenal. But it's because I hold the original game in such high regard. I think it's one of the greatest games ever created. That is prime Squaresoft, man. Like, yo, that era, Final Fantasy VI, Chrono Trigger, FF7, like, yo, they were just putting on non-stop bangers. But this game right here, man, the PlayStation 1 masterpiece. And I have like, my expectations were all the way up here. I was like, bro, the original bombing run to me blew my mind. I still go back whenever I'm playing through the bombing run, and it just blows my mind how that was able how they were able to do something like that on the PlayStation 1.
Go ahead.
I just finished playing the bombing run, man.
That's that.
And I'm in awe. I'm in awe, man. Because the characters, the bickering, the music, the way it looks. I mean, seriously, man, just the picture perfect, frame by frame. Like, I'm watching one scene, and then immediately in the back of my head, I was like, this is how it was in the PS1. This is how it was in the PS1. This is how it was in the PS1. So it has like that bit of nostalgia to it, but everything feels so new because of the new gameplay and the voice acting. And you're like, flagging hearts, bro. Dog, even though I know it was coming, because like I've said, I have watched the original E3 presentation from last year so many times. So like with the gameplay mechanics, or they fought the sweeper taking on the scorpion, and I was like, bro, when I get into this, I know what's gonna be coming. No, I did, because bro, even though with how insanely epic it was watching it, nothing compares to playing it. Nothing compares to the intensity of going through that scorpion. And let me tell you about the scorpion boss battle, bro. That scorpion boss battle got almost one-shotted every time I go through this game. Now, I can't speak for how it was whenever I was younger because I don't remember, but by God, I remember this being one of the easiest bosses in the history of anything. That junk made it seem like it was one of the most epic boss battles of all time, and like I said, seeing through it in the E3 presentation, I was like, yo, this is extremely epic. But playing it, dog, I was sweating. I was sweating like I'm a JRPG amateur, dog. I mean, I legitimately was sweating. Bro, it was beautiful, man. I mean, just the way everything was done. You have to actually forcibly think your attacks before you do them. Seem braver, focus shot. Nah, man. I started leaping like a madman when I hit my limit break, bro. And I was like, cross slash, do rocks. And I was like, man, this is beautiful, bro. I mean, Jesse's interactions with Cloud, and then Barrett's interactions with Cloud. I mean, no, the Barrett interactions with Cloud, real deal, almost brought a tear to my eye, man. I was like, yo, this is exactly I remember. Especially as it goes on, they start bickering more and more, and the more comedic stuff comes out. And I'm like, yeah, this is the Final Fantasy VII I remember, man. And then Biggs and Wedge, dog, and I'm like, flag darts, dude. But seriously, man, seriously, because like I said before, this game, I hold it in extremely high regard, and has some of my favorite worlds. It has arguably my favorite singular level in any video game, in Shinra HQ, because of how many times I played through that level. I know that level like the back of my hand, man. I mean, yo, from the stealth portion of it to going up all of the infinite amounts of stairs to the infinite amounts of boss battles to the way the story just completely changed at that point in time. I'm in awe, bro. I mean, if they do this, if they give this same amount of quality in every aspect, to the music, to the bickering and the way the characters interact with each other, and with the way everything looks and feels, and how epic that boss battle was, if they do that for every single part of the Midgar portion of this game, bro, we are in for something special, man. Dead serious, we are in for something extremely special. This was so much fun. Like, above all, there was a certain, like, for the first half of the demo, I was still in nostalgia comparison mode. After the second half of the demo, whenever things are getting really intense, I was completely immersed. I was like, yo, man, my brain was just thinking about what I'm gonna do next in the next upcoming battle, and switching between Cloud and Barret. And dude, Cloud, of course, is a lot of fun to use, but dude, Barret is much more fun to use than I was originally anticipating. But dude, the way that it's done is so much fun, and the way that that he has his specific spells to him in this demo, like he has Cure and Thunder, along with his focus shot and then his shield that he puts on as well. Just very different types of elements that make you think. Like the way this active the ATB system works in this game, and then the Punisher mode. Whenever Cloud goes up in like swimwear, you hear that Punisher mode, you just go choo 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 choo. It's great. Operator mode is fantastic. That's a lot of fun to use, but just so many different. It's like every single battle was different than the other, and that's what made it so much fun. And that's just for the bombing run. Like I'm imagining later on down the line. Like, not even just in Midgar, dude. I mean, dude, when we get out of Midgar and we start entering other places, Wutai, Golden Saucer, you know, flipping the Temple of the Ancients, you know, we start heading out towards these legendary locations, and you're like, Flatters, how are they going to handle all these different boss battles out there whenever you go into the overworld and you're battling those people out there whenever you first meet Yuffie, and you're like, oh, God. Like, bro, this, like, the way that if they continue to do this level of quality for all these battles, it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be insane. There's limitless amounts of potential here. My expectations were surpassed, man. My expectations were surpassed. I'm still in awe. I can't believe how much fun I had with this, man. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna say I can't believe it, because no matter what, I was gonna enjoy it. Because it's just, it's FF7, man, you know? Like, there's no way they could mess this up. But the fact that they exceeded my expectations. You know, I was really, really worried about the dialogue and the character interactions. Because now, with a lot of focus from a writing standpoint on dialogue, and with character interactions in particular, for me in my writing, and just the way that I always focus and specify on that in anything that I read or watch or play, I was really worried about that, man. I was like, yo, how are they gonna do that? Are they gonna, is it gonna be able to mesh as well and come off as well as it did back whenever it was just text? But man, from jump, I realized, I was like, dude, this is special. This is special. For just the whole package, and I'm so happy, man. I'm so happy that it's getting the treatment that it deserves, and you can just tell that the individuals at Square who are making this game, just like it said in all the interviews, that these are truly individuals who loved this game so much that everything is just, it's exactly what we always imagined, man. It's like they were making their dream game. That's how it felt for playing through this bombing run demo. Is me playing a dream version of the original Final Fantasy set. It's like you get to play the beginning as like a PS5 tech demo. Now showing off the hardware, that's exactly what I just played. Amazing, amazing stuff. The gameplay is so much fun, bro. And then the ending of the demo shows off a few sequences and scenes that is gonna happen in the next chapter, and I was like, God, I need this game. But I think the most impressive thing about this demo is that I really want to play it again. Like I want to play it again, and the next time I fight that Scorpion Sentinel, I don't want him to even get one hit on me. Like I want a 100% perfect him. Like it's becoming that type of experience now, to where it's like, okay, since I'm going through this portion again, how can I do things a little differently? Like how can I do things a little differently with Barret? How can I do things a little differently with Cloud? And Cloud is so much fun to use, man. I mean, dude, to nail that sword mechanic is really difficult in these types of games, but just you can feel the weight behind each individual attack and the impact that each attack has. And it's really impressive to pull off, man. And then with the way the spells come off and how everything just smoothly comes together. Then the cutscenes and how that meshes so well with the actual fighting scenes. And it's like it just seamlessly transitions into the cutscene that you need to see, and it's just great stuff, man. I enjoyed this so much, bro. This is a dream come true, man. I mean, it seriously is. I still can't believe it. I can't believe that this thing actually exists. Oh, dude, when I heard the battle theme, when I heard the boss theme, I was like, ah. and the bombing run theme is playing the entire time, and I'm like, dog, like, the memories, man. I'm gonna lose my mind whenever this game actually comes out and I hear like Aerith's theme, and I'll be able to hear the Wall Market theme and Shinra HQ through the Wall Market, dog. Like, I spent so much of my time playing this game in the Wall Market, man. I can't wait to go to the Golden Saucer, dude. Even though it's gonna be in part 2 of this whenever it comes out on the PlayStation 5. But I can't wait, man. Yo, the future is bright. Like I said, this is an incredibly promising start. If this level of quality, and based on the trailers it is, but if this level of quality is kept up for the entire game, and they give the same amount of respect to each and every other individual portion of the game, I can most definitely see how this is going to be as long as a regular Final Fantasy. Because this bombing run demo, me taking my time, and I take my time with Final Fantasy games, it took me around an hour and a half to 2 hours to beat, and I was like, this is the bombing run, but it shouldn't take me this long to beat it. Especially with how well I know the bombing run. It took me that long to beat it. And I was like, Flagnards, man. Like, yo, I can definitely see how this is going to be a full Final Fantasy experience. And then with the side quests and mercenary quests that they're going to add into the game. This just, my hype for this game was already the highest it could possibly. I don't know if I've ever been more hyped for a video game release than this. I think Metal Gear Solid 5 is the only other one, and you know, both of them happen to be in my top. I mean, not MGS5, but just Metal Gear and Final Fantasy in general happen to be my two favorite video game franchises. And then if you include Yumineko, I guess, but like those three, right? Man, dude, this demo, bro. I loved it so much, man. I want to know what y'all think about the demo, just what your experiences with it, how much fun did you have with it. Like, dude, I'm still stressing the Jesse interactions, man. Like, you know, this game is gonna make a lot of stuff really hit. Like, I can already feel it. I already feel an extremely strong connection to Jesse, Biggs, and West, especially Jesse, because Jesse was the one that was on camera the most. It's just and Barrett, bro. Like, he's Barrett, the passionate Barrett that I remember, bro. Except before you would have him on screen with the text, and now he's yelling, and the classic Barrett that I originally anticipated. It makes me so hyped. Cosmo Canyon, dude. I can't wait to play these levels, man. I'm so excited for part 2, because part 1 with Midgar, that's where like all of my nostalgia is gonna be. I mean, the entire game's gonna be nostalgic, but like this first Midgar portion, my heart is gonna be just exploding at every different turn. But I'm so hyped for part 2, man. Whenever we get onto the characters' backstories and visiting all those different worlds, I wonder how they're gonna pull all that off. Sid, dog. Vincent, dude. But man, I can't wait for this game to actually come out. I can't wait to play as Aerith. I can't wait to play as Tifa. And just to see how the rest of the game is gonna work, and the additional elements that they're adding, of course, with like the new dude from Soldier, and I just cannot wait, man. But this is an amazing start. I have to get going, but when I come back, I am most certainly gonna play this again. I'm glad I have this for the next month until the game comes out. It feels just like, I know when the original game came out, there was this demo that came out with the, I forgot, I don't remember exactly how it is that came out. I think it came out with another game, or I think it might have come out with another Square game, I don't recall. But I know that at the time, a lot of people played, I think it was this same mission before FF7 came out later on that year. Because in Japan, they got it in January, and then we got it, I believe it was September. And in between that time period, a lot of people got a demo. Like I said, I don't remember if it was through the PlayStation Magazine or if it was through another game. If you were around that time, then let me know. But I know that there was a demo that had the bombing run on it in the original FF7 before that game came out. So the fact that we got the bombing run before FF7 Remake came out is actually really, really cool. You know, just another neat little tidbit. But based on, like I said, with the preview that I got there at the end, with how this next chapter is gonna go, it looks like every single chapter is gonna get this like amount of detail and quality, and I can't even begin to explain how happy that makes me, man. This is gonna be an experience of legend. Of course, a lot of us who went into this game with previous experience with FF7 are gonna have that level of nostalgia and have that level of connection to these characters already. But I feel like with what I've played, I think that people who have never played this game before in their lives are still going to be able to get the Final Fantasy VII experience. I don't know if it can replicate the original, because the original was truly something special. But at the very least, I feel like it's going to be a wonderful adaptation of the original. And that's all you can ever ask for when it comes to Remake, man. And so I really hope that people who are going to be playing this game for the first time are can realize why it is that so many of us love this series and this franchise so much. What an amazing thing. I'm looking at it right now. The Destruction of Mako Reactor 1 is looking at Cloud's back, and I'm like, how did this game exist? I took so many videos, screenshots. I was like, dog, this is crazy. Like, literally, I would just take the screenshot, get back to the gameplay. Take the screenshot, get back to the gameplay. Like, whenever you zoom out and you get that iconic shot of Cloud looking up at, oh my god, at the Mako Reactor from the back. Dude. Flipping flag nards, man. Just everything. I love it, man. I don't know what else to say, bro. I'm in awe. I'm in awe, and I can't wait to see how they're gonna handle more of this stuff. Like, I'm so excited to see the character interactions. Like, just the small little character interactions that we got here have me super, super excited to see the ones later on the line. I can't wait, man. This is the Final Fantasy VII that I imagined, and I hope this is the Final Fantasy VII that all of us can say that we're proud of, man. So many great things about this remake demo, and it has me, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but even more excited for the game than I already am. And like I said, this in MGS5 is the most I've ever been for a game, so wow, man. Final Fantasy greatest. I will see y'all next time. Have an awesome day. Let me know what y'all thought about this demo. I will continue to probably play it and post screenshots and whatnot on social media, but if you want to share with your hype, regardless of whether you played the game before or not, let me know in the comment section, or hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on the Discord. I would love to play. I would love to discuss Final Fantasy with y'all, man. What an amazing flipping demo, dude. I can't believe, listen, man. Listen to it. Let's hit resume right quick. Just look at this. Look at him. Listen to the Bombing Run OST, dude. Look at the train. Yo, I can't wait to enter that train, bro. Dude, just look at this. They move.
Oh! Who goes there? You're up.
Like, yo, it exists. Y'all have a good one, man. Holy flag.